Feed the beast.
And here's where we start. We could talk about compression and decompressed storytelling.
Yes.
And I am more of the old school of just compress as much story as you can get,
Yeah.
but not to the point where you haven't developed an idea. I don't like skimming off, and go ahead.
Well, I think that you lose your audience. In today's world, we have a lot of very savvy, for the better term of it, savvy people that really want to have deep stories. And I
Right.
think that that's important. I think that you kind of cheat your audience a little bit when you, and yourself as a writer, when you do
Right.
that, when you know what you're stating.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
just agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why when I came up with, I started thinking, okay, on every page, what is it I'm trying to say? Now here's where we start developing a little bit. But even when I'm jotting down the note, I'm thinking, okay, is there enough in this idea for a page? That's my thought. Or
Got it.
It's what is your basic element in that page? Why is that page in existence?
Yeah.
And so that's where the idea is that, okay, I'm going to do that. So
very good. Very good.
All right. So this is how so I'm going to start. Let me roll this up and you'll see I've numbered these here. So this was a title idea. That's number one. What was, and the idea of the 1717 Club with a drop, and it's the idea of good to the last drop. Now that's an old thing of Maxwell House Coffee.
Sure, remember very well.
Okay, the New Yorkers, that was the thing.
Yep.
But and the idea is of the 1717 Club is a place where the local mobsters live, hang out, and that's their headquarters. But they are also demons. It is a cross between From Dusk Till Dawn and The Sopranos.
Okay.
And that is my first thought. So I will go here. And so here we go with, Good to the Last Drop. This one here, the next page, and this is the order I started to put together after having various different ideas and whatnot. I started shuffling them around, and this is the order that I thought would work. I would have
now these, if I can interject, these are pages versus panels on the page.
Oh yes, these are pages, not panels.
Very good. Very good.
So I'll do that. And I'm not going to read them out because we're going to go over them, later on. But just to give you just an idea of, I'm writing down stuff. I'll put even a thumbnail sketch.
Yeah,
to say, give an air kiss, a chef kiss. It is rough.
And that's what I do too. I'm the same way. We're visual people. One of the things that I wanted to interject, if I could, it's important that it's legible for you to read. It's get the idea down and get it to the point where you're creating, and because stories come from that. You might be really surprised what you come up with. I didn't mean to interrupt. So
no, go ahead. It's like Jack Kerouac wrote on butcher paper a stream of
well, it's stream of consciousness, and that's good. That's exactly right.
And so there's no punctuation. You're not editing. You're just throwing ideas together.
Right.
I'll do this here. I mean, once again, as I'm right. You'll see in parentheses lies. Okay, maybe this character is thinking about something, or maybe it's really a demon in disguise. Like I said, he has a skin condition that has bumps on his head. But that was my thought. I mean, I didn't develop that yet. And I said, okay, checking barrel behind the bar. We could do with another. What does that mean? Because he's a bartender.
Got it.
Then the Snake Eyes responds, and we cut to Cherry, who is going to entice a victim. But then what's happening, victim is lured, all these various ideas, and unsuspected. Okay, hooker entices, but drinks are served during the game. What's playing cards? That there's a lot of visual description of what is occurring, and that way I'm thinking visually instead of just writing down. He does this.
Well, and one thing you do too that I'm noticing, and that I do the same thing.
Right.
You're building world, but you're not obsessing world building.
No.
You're not you're actually getting. You've got some development, but you're not lost. Because I noticed that in a lot, that where and I know as writers, new
Right.
writers, you were lost in some of the world developing so much so that you lose what you're trying to do. You're doing it just enough to get the idea down that you can go back and reference it. And that's a big part of this.